What's up, everybody? So getting into Lucid. Lucid is a stock to watch this week because one of the big things is the pipe unlock that happens on the 19th. Now, I just want to bring this up real quick and just show you, because when you look at this pipe unlock, it caused the stock to really drop last time. So I wanted to highlight this. This article talks about the lockup expiration. And when you go to the previous lockup expiration, the insiders are allowed to sell their shares. So if you look at the last time this happened on September 1st, if we go back, it fell by almost 11%, but I just want to zoom in for you so you can see the dates over here. So if we go to the September region, and I'm going to zoom in for you because this is a 6-month chart, and you zoom out right here. In this September region, when it had the lockout, it was as high as like $23, and look, it sold all the way off down to $16. So people took their profits if they had it early. Now what I'm going to show you is, since we know the risk of that, and we know that it's, on January 19th they're allowed to do this, just be very mindful that Lucid, if it does start to sell off, it's most likely because the insiders are allowed to sell their shares. So using the 6-month chart, it's like, well, where would I buy? Because you want to just find good support levels. And this broke the 200 EMA at that time when it was down here at $16, and that EMA was like around 20. So something to keep in mind this week. Lucid could be very volatile because of that, and we just want to be careful. Now, I'm going to be looking to buy shares, and I'm not buying shares of Lucid unless it's near the $31 mark, which is the 200 EMA. So that's a nice sign of support. But this could very well happen, so I just wanted to bring it up so you could see. And it just talks about the Saudi Public Investment Fund is the largest shareholder of Lucid stock. They have a 67% stake in them. So when this pipe unlock happens, there could be a massive sell-off. So you just want to be careful. And then it also shows that there's another pipe unlock, which is obviously in the future, but January 23rd, 2023. So any of the sponsors, when it was a SPAC as Churchill, they're allowed to sell their shares. So this is stuff you need to be mindful of when you're buying these growing companies, because they have a lot of risk. And you don't want to be getting in this company unless it completely sells off. Now, Lucid moves very well, which is good, but you want to be careful. They're also talking about where is Lucid going to be in 10 years, and they're talking as if it's like the next Tesla. So when you look at Lucid, they're just basically saying in 2022 and 2024 they're going to eventually have profits. And their competitors are like Tesla and Rivian. Now, Rivion's very new as well, but this is where they're hoping in 2025, 2030, they want to, its evolution into the next Tesla. And they're talking about how in 2026, Lucid is talking about generating $22.8 billion in revenue. Now, these are all numbers. We don't know if it's really going to do that. So you just want to be smart when you're buying companies like this, because this could all go to crap and this could just die. So we want to be smart. We look at the 1-year chart. It's been as high as $65. It tested it twice up here. But when I'm buying Lucid, I'm not trying to get it around $40. I want to see massive sell-offs. I want to see it near the 200 EMA. I got to find support levels to make an entry. And as you can see, Lucid is bullish because it's been trading above this 200 EMA. So it definitely has the ability. But if it sells off, I believe this will be the pop. $31, we might get a bounce. But we got to be careful, because in this zone where you had that pipe unlock in September, like so you can see September 1st, this is where the pipe unlock happened, where they could sell off. And it did sell off. It sold off from $22 down to $16. So, that's a huge percentage if you think about 22 to 16. Now, I don't know where this is going to go from $42. It might run up this week, and then the pipe unlock happens, and then boom. But you have to remember, you have MLK Day tomorrow, that's the 17th, and then you have Tuesday, and then Wednesday is the big day for Lucid. So it's definitely something to keep in mind. Just looking at the 10-day chart, Lucid has just been going up from $33 all the way up to $47. And you're going to have some major bag holders if you're buying this high. So just be very wary of it. Know your 200 EMA is around the 30 to 32 mark, in between there. That's where I'm going to be looking to start building a position if it sells off. Now, we don't know if it will, but anytime that people are allowed to sell, why wouldn't you take profits? That's how I look at it. So it's definitely something I'm looking at, and I just wanted to bring awareness to it because Lucid is a very risky stock. And, if you look at other growth companies like PLTR or DraftKings, I don't even have to remind you, even AMC, they've all just sold off. when you really look at the 1 year charts on them, I mean, they're just dying, all of them. So just be careful. I just want to bring that up. I mean, look at BKKT. I mean, this is another example of why you don't hold. I mean, it went all the way up to $50 and now it's down to $5. So we just don't want to be a Lucid bag holder, and we just have to always trade with risk in mind of what we're willing to win and lose. PLTR, another example, went up to 45, now down to $16, which I am actually might start a position in them as well because it's so dead at this point. But you never know. I mean, look at Fun. This stock went from $24 down to $2.89. So you just got to be very careful with these stocks. And I'm not against Lucid. I definitely like trading them, but I'm also aware that this pipe unlock could be heavy selling pressure. And DraftKings is another example. I mean, it was $70 down to 23. So we just want to be careful, and we just want to, have a plan in mind. So then when things start, if they don't go our way, we are prepared for it and we have an idea. So if it starts selling off, we're looking at that 30 to 32 range for our EMA. If it breaks the 200 EMA, it's going to head lower. And I'm not really sure where support would be. I guess, as a guess, I would assume $24 to $25. But let's just be wary, let's be prepared, and let's try to formulate a plan if this thing starts to sell off this week. I don't have shares, so for me, that's a good thing if it sells off. But if you have shares in this range, I would definitely just be cautious and be looking to protect your shares, because you don't want to be a bag holder in the 40s or 50s range or 60s, so that's just my opinions, my thoughts. If you have anything that's different, definitely send them in the comment section below.